Hello everyone, welcome to Fun to Tester. Today we are going to discuss very important topic which is software testing life cycle. In earlier session we have discussed SDLC which is software development life cycle. So in that we have multiple phases like requirement analysis, design, development, testing, installation, maintenance. In today's session we are going to discuss software testing life cycle which is a part of SDLC. We can see here we have one stage which is testing phase.
Camera rolling action.
Software testing is a big activity itself. In software testing we have multiple phases. We are following many principles and entire testing methodologies while performing the testing. So let's start with the software testing lifecycle. In software testing lifecycle we have multiple phases. We are going to discuss each and every phases one by one. So initially, for example, let's say we are working on a MNC company or well processed company. If company is well processed, in that they have different stages of development activity, design activity. Similar way they are having a different stages of testing activity and they are strictly following particular activities. So let's start with the system analysis. We have first phase which is system study, or we can say that stage as a requirement analysis. In system study or requirement analysis, basically we are understanding the requirement. Whatever requirement we have captured as a CRS or SRS, we are understanding the requirement, we are understanding the design. Based on that we are going to prepare a test plan, which is our second phase, test plan. So in test plan, this is the itself big phase inside the SDLC. In test plan we are deciding each and everything in detail. For example, we are carried out a testing activity and we are working on a big application, for example Gmail or Facebook. In test plan section we are going to perform, or we are going to have many activities like how many testers we need, number of testers. Later on we are going to identify which technology or which methodology we are going to work. Let's say we are working on a banking application, or we are working on a payment application, or e-commerce application. Based on that we have to go with the multiple scenarios. Let's say we are talking about the e-commerce platform. In e-commerce platform they are coming with the multiple sale or big billion days, particular sale. Whenever they are going to launch, before that they are going to perform the performance testing or various testing they are going to conduct. So all this activity based on the application or based on the complexity or business criticality, they will identify which test they are going to perform and how many times or how many months it is going to require and how many number of testers they need. So second is based on the application, they are defining testing phases. Later on they are going to decide. Third one is time, how many days or how many months testing activity will carry forward. Later on we have multiple scenarios like entry criteria, exit criteria. Test plan is itself a big phase, so we are going to discuss in detail in the upcoming session. Later on, once we have test plan ready, we are going with the writing a test case or test case development. In test case development, based on the test plan or based on the application, we are going to pick one by one functionality and we are going to write a test cases. For example, we are working on a Gmail application. In Gmail we have compose mail, sent mail, draft, chat section, meet, we can have a hangout call. So based on that, test manager or senior member will assign particular tester for each and every component, and they will start writing a test cases, and they will prepare a very good document. And apart from they will prepare traceability matrix itself. What does it mean, traceability matrix? For example, they are working on a compose mail. So here they will create one table and they will make sure for the compose mail they have captured test cases. Let's say for compose mail they have captured 40 test cases. After that send mail they have captured 80 test cases. So using testability matrix we will get to know how many feature or how many functionality has covered. They will perform in test case development phase itself. Later on test case environment setup. So once what happen in real time, they are having a different servers of the applications. So as earlier discussed, we in company or in real time they are having a development server, or later on they are having a testing server, later on they will have a pre-production server, production server. There are many servers. Developer will work on the development servers. Once their code is ready for the testing, they will push the entire application to the testing server, and tester will test application in the testing server. So what happen once the developer has completed the development phase, by that time simultaneously we are for doing these activities, manager or senior people will deploy the code in the testing server with the help of the DevOps team. And once we have testing environment ready, later on we are going to execute the test cases. Whatever test cases we have captured in the test case development phase, all the test cases we are going to execute in the test execution phase. And we can combine these two phases as well. So whenever we are going to execute the test cases, by the time we will have a defect, we will get the defect as well. So for defect we have different life cycle, which is called a defect life cycle. If you have not watched the defect life cycle video, you can go to the description section and you can find a video on the defect tracking, how we can track the defect on each and every phases. Once test execution has done, later on we are going to share a test case document or test case execution report. What happens, let's say after successful test case execution, we are going to share a build with the customers, or we are going to deploy on the end user server, in the server for the end users, or we are going to release the application. By that time with our stakeholder or management team, we are going to share a test execution report. So they will go through the test execution report and they will get to know application is stable or not, and they will, based on that, they will take decisions. So, instead of only preparing the test case documentation, we will add our observations as well. For example, for each and every application there can be a chance of few defect, let's say minor, major, or few minor defect will have till release phase. So management team will decide if we have 5 open defect and still they will think this defect is not going to affect on the business. With that particular set of defect, they are going to release the product and they have ownership to take decisions. So based on the our test execution report and our observation, testing team observation, they will take a call and they will release the product. Our last phase is retrospect meeting. So what does it mean, retrospect meeting? In entire STLC, software testing lifecycle, we have performed various activities like system testing, test plan, we have written the test cases, we have set up the test case environment, we have executed our all test, we have shared the execution report. In that all the phases we have done few mistakes, or we did some good thing, or we did some bad thing, which we are not going to repeat. For example, we have worked on the entire cycle, and for that particular we don't have test data when we reach to the test execution phase. So that will be our first mistake. So we will note it down, what are the mistakes we did. Lack of test data, let's say for example, first is a lack of test data. Another is test environment issue. Sometimes what happens, whenever we are going to start the testing, by that time test environment is not ready, due to that testing activities getting delayed. So we can raise in the retrospect meeting as well, test case environment was not ready whenever we are going to start testing, environment not ready. Later on we are doing some good things. For example, let's say we have executed all the tests and we are able to execute on the time. So that is the good point. We will create one small document like a Google Sheet or Google document or in Word file, we can mention all these points, and we will take care in the next phase whenever we are going to conduct a next testing phase. By that time, we will make sure that whatever mistake we did in the particular software testing life cycle, we are not going to repeat in the further test cycle. So that's why we are doing the retrospect meeting. This is how end-to-end software testing cycle work. I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the comment section, and don't forget to share, like or subscribe Fundu Testers. Thank you so much. See you in the next session.